So, day 3.
leading to hold on, leading into day 3, right?
Mhm,
So Matt is like having this like stressing like panic attack moment of like, all right, how are we gonna watch the finals? How are we gonna watch finals days? So he's like goes on the internet, does his research, goes on Reddit, makes a post about like, okay, how are you guys gonna do like how do you guys handle the like finals day? And everyone like he's been reading stuff like, oh, like, try to go in, like, an hour before the stuff that before the games you wanna watch. So, like, me and Matt kinda wanna watch Tekken 8 and Street Fighter 6,
mhm.
and, like, people have been saying, like, "Okay, if you guys just go, like, an hour ahead of time,
Even 30 minutes, some people
even
were
30
saying.
minutes, yeah, then you guys can find your seats, and you guys will be good."
Yeah, you guys need to have time to just chill and wait for it to come on, and you'll have
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. That's not taking into consideration of how small the venue was,
And that this is the
Oh,
biggest EVO ever. There were
ever.
20,000 people there.
all doing the
Mm,
same thing probably.
20,000.
Probably
And
doing it for
yep.
longer.
10,000 of them at least wanted to see a mixture of Street Fighter and Tekken.
So, day 3.
So, day 3, Justin and I are even like, "Let's show up an hour and a half early. We kinda wanna see Guilty Gear." I love me some
Mhm.
Guilty Gear Strive.
Mhm.
That's that one I showed you with, like, the rock music, Tyler, that you
Yeah,
were just
and
obsessed with.
I was like, "Oh, hell yeah."
And
Yeah,
then
it's sick. So they did a little announcement. So Dizzy's coming back. There's gonna be another returning character, Venom. He does like pool. That's his whole gimmick. Um, they have a new character from the anime coming in, and then Lucy from um Cyberpunk
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk Edge
is
Runners.
coming to Guilty Gear Strive.
Hell yeah. See, I'm gonna play it for that reason.
Just Lucy,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, I mean,
It's gonna be
Oh, yeah.
sick.
I'm a big fan of the anime, so, like
Yeah. Like, that was really cool. That was cool to, like, see. But mind you, we got there during Guilty Gear Strive, so we're standing there. So we get there, Justin forgot his badge. There's 2 entrances. There was one to the arena, like, straight just to the arena, and then there was one to, like, the showroom. And the Justin was gonna go down there, but he forgot his badge, so he went out. I was in the bathroom when he really had this revelation that he forgot his badge. So I
Yep.
went all the way down to the end, and they didn't really say anything. It was just blocked off. They said they couldn't let anybody in. I was like, whatever. So I walked back and I go in, and mind you, so big rectangle. Like the showroom is a big rectangle. And like I said, farthest right side is artist alley, middle is, official vendors. The left is just like a big like mishmash of stages and computer or PlayStation 5s and monitors and stuff like
Like
that.
like areas where you'll participating in the competitions and
Right.
stuff.
yeah.
So there was an arena entrance like right by one of the stages in like the other wall of this convention center. So most left side. I go up, I'm walking. Oh, there's a line to get into the arena. Okay. And then turn around and I'm like, I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to ask anybody what this line is for. It's to get into the main arena. Oh man, this line is long. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I
It's getting
literally
longer.
plant myself at like the edge of Artist Alley almost. So the other side of the arena, Tyler. So this line is moving, cruising, and cooking. And we get to the point where we are like probably 10 feet. Nah, no, like 30 feet, maybe 40 feet, something like that. Really close, though, to the entrance of the arena. And right by the entrance is Maximilian Dude, and he's live streaming with his friends, Yo Video Games. They're live streaming EVO. So that's
Mhm.
where a lot of people planted and just sat and they were like, F it, we're just going to sit here. So, mind you, we're waiting in line and they announce over the loudspeakers, they're like, oh, we are at capacity. Fire marshal says we are at capacity. Nobody comes in, nobody comes out of the main arena. And we're like, okay,
What?
so what are we supposed to do? So Justin and I are ranting on Twitter, like adding EVO, like this is a mess. Like you have all of
Mhm.
these people. You knew that this was going to be the biggest like EVO that you've ever had, and it's the arena's handled atrociously. You have a smaller arena than last year, and on top of that, like, they handled the ticket situation better because I guess scalpers would get like a lot of like the arena like tickets, but they handled it better this year by just like allowing people to have who had a 3-day badge to get into the arena, but it also caused another problem. So I'm pissed. And like I literally at some point I was just my back was hurting. I was sick of standing there. And I just said, Justin, let's just plant and watch Max's stream. Yes, Justin.
Did you mention how we initially waited 2 hours before that
Oh,
Marshall?
dude, we
Yeah, we
literally waited in line for 2 hours before that Marshall comment was made, like, before the announcement was made. We were waiting in line for 2 hours, almost 3,
That's insane.
and we gave up finally.
I
Um,
ah,
Hype moment of Heihachi being announced, the whole for Tekken 8, the whole arena erupted. The relevancy behind that, Tyler, is that Heihachi died in the last game, and
mhm.
they said he was dead for real, and then Harada basically was like, "JK, he's alive." Um,
'cause he's a fucking troll.
yeah, so then we ended up
He's a
watching
fucking
the rest
troll.
of EVO. Yeah, he is a troll. But we ended up watching the rest of EVO and Max's stream, which at least was fun. I would
Mhm.
Mhm.
say that it was good that, like, at least Justin and I got to enjoy it together with a still a hype crowd of people, like,
Yeah,
watching fighting games, doing something that they loved.
you felt it,
Um,
like
yeah,
Yeah.
and I will say the one thing that was getting annoying is that at one point, so there's like curtains leading into the arena, and there's people just gathering around these curtains trying to like get in. So I'm getting annoyed at everybody because I'm like, what is happening? And the people in front of us even were saying like that this has never happened like this. I was reading on Twitter and people have said like or like so they went the year before, the people in front of us, and they said that it was much better the other year. Like you would go to a stadium, there was like a lot of bathrooms, a lot of food to eat, blah blah blah. Like you could hope that somebody would actually just save your seat in the arena. Um and
Mhm.
that just wasn't the case this time. So I was pissed because I'm like, why are all these people trying to get in? The line at this point, Tyler, wrapped around the entire arena and was like on it started at the exit of the arena and wrapped all the way around Artist Alley all the way up to the entrance.
It took
So nobody
it
was gonna
literally
get in.
it wrapped the entire fucking venue,
And
show floor.
yeah, wrapped the entire show floor. And people on
that's
Twitter
Mhm.
were like, I've been attending EVO finals since 2006. This is the first one I'm ever missing. Like, do better. Um, so
yeah,
inside though,
100%.
right. So we're sitting down and this guy comes and sits next to us and we start chatting with him. And he's like, yeah, I was inside with my friend and there's only one bathroom. So one guy bathroom, one
Yeah,
men and women's bathrooms inside the arena. Well, the men's bathrooms, because it's predominantly men, causes the issue that usually females have to deal with, which is you have to wait in a really long line to get into the bathroom. And he
yeah,
really had to go, right? So he dipped. He dipped from the arena. He went to like the bathroom, got something to eat because like the food in there was shit, anyways. So he went to the food court instead. Comes back, the security guard's like, I can't let you back in. And he's like, dude, I literally just left for 2 seconds. My friend's in there. My stuff is in there. Like, I left for 2 seconds because I was like going to the bathroom and getting something to eat. And he was like, okay, if you can provide me a receipt, I'll let you back in. And he was like, okay, provides him the receipt. He's like, sorry, I can't let you back in. And then he
okay.
was like, right. And he's like, so can I ask my friend to like come and vouch for me? And dude was like, yeah, if you have your friend come and vouch for you, I'll let you back in. Friend comes and vouches for him. He's like, no, sorry, I can't let you back in.
Mhm.
And like, I guess it got to the point where people were like, can I please just go get my shit? Like,
Yeah,
my stuff is sitting in there with my friends. Can I please just go get my shit and I will leave? And people were walking in there with them and escorting them out. They did not hear the announcement about the fire marshal, nobody in or out. They did not hear that they couldn't get back in. They didn't know that there was a line out the door, out the wazoo. There was people there from 8 a.m. until like Tekken that left that couldn't get back in.
Mhm.
And then on Twitter, they had people saying like the arena's not full. There's so many open seats. What's going on?
Yeah.
Why is my friend not coming back in? Like, and then you had the opposite of people standing in line ranting on Twitter like this is a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So what was
so
EVO's excuse?
they didn't really have one. They
Nope.
tweeted, let me see if I can find
Fire
the tweet.
marshal. That's the
The
excuse
fire
fire
marshal
marshal
was the
says.
excuse, was that, like, they were at capacity because of the fire marshal, and I
Mhm.
was even leaving just, like, the arena floor at one point, and I just, like, asked a security guard, I'm like, "I'm not gonna get, like, barred from getting back in here, I'm just trying to get food, and, like, my friend's in here, I'm really upset, blah, blah, blah," and he was like, "No, like, you can leave and go get food and, like, come back here." He was like, "We just get like, the arena is what's messed up right now," and I was like, "Okay, I'm just
Okay.
making sure." So they tweeted, "Thank you for attending EVO 2024. While Friday and Saturday delivered much of the experience EVO was aiming for, we knew Sunday and venue didn't reach our ambitions and the collected arena experience, which watch parties, and casual area. We're grateful for the patience, excuse me, and understanding you showed us while we iterate on what EVO can and should be. I spent the majority of my career working on experiences to gather and uplift our community. We have grown so much in recent years, creating new joys and challenges alike. That I find it crushing to misstep within that work. I tend to make sure that the fixes and improvements for viewing experiences happen for 2025 because gathering people and enjoying fighting games is the heart, not the heat, is at the heart of what motivates me."
It wasn't just a
So
misstep though. Like
it wasn't like a misstep,
you guys fucked up pretty bad.
really bad.
Yeah. Like, that just sounds like shame on them.
Mhm.
I know. And like the part that just really upsets me to my core is like these tickets weren't cheap. And like this
No,
is
Exactly.
no.
That was
something
the other
that,
point I was gonna bring up. It's like,
yeah, the
did you guys at
tickets.
least get, like, a refund for that 3rd
Full
day?
No.
transparency. No, we did not. Full transparency, tickets were $200 for
For
3
the
days.
weekend. Yeah.
Right? It's not cheap,
Mhm.
right? And we had to travel to Vegas. And it's like I've been dreaming about just sitting in an arena with one of my best friends, hanging out, watching fighting
Right.
games, something that we both really love, and 2 fighting games that
Mhm.
we both really love, watching finals, getting hype, chanting and screaming and just,
Experiencing
overloaded and hype.
everything.
And we
Yeah.
couldn't.
Yeah.
And we couldn't. And we got there 2 hours before Tekken started, and we were
Mhm.
standing in line for 3 hours. We got close to the arena and finally called it quits because my back hurt.
Yeah.
I'm so
You're fucking
sorry. Like
yeah.
like, I mean, obviously, it's not my fault, obviously. I'm not Evo,
How
Right.
dare you?
but that's insane.
I know. It
Mhm.
Like,
was crazy.
and then for them to not take accountability, especially after everyone's been, like, tweeting, going after them, or, like, being like, "There's so many open seats, why aren't they letting people in?" And then there's a line that goes all the way to the exit.
Yeah.
Like, not like,
It was
we're
a
not many,
giant misstep.
not
Mhm.
to say that, like, I'm any better than Evo in a full program, but get your shit together,
Seriously. I
because
think the
that's the most ridiculous thing ever. I can imagine the how devastated people were, because you got people that love the genre, that go
Mhm.
there for the genre, who don't really, I mean, I mean, people do everything. People spend so much money, so much time traveling to be there for this event, and it goes into a shit show like that.
Yeah.
Mhm. So while we were like me and Matt were chilling with Max's group and like everyone else that was there, Max asked, how many people here how like how many people is this like their first Evo? Pretty much like
Majority
majority of
majority
people's
of the
first
audience, it was their first
audience.
Evo. Yeah.
So yeah, we were the only ones that wanted to experience full Evo too.
Yeah.
So like if more than like half the people that were with us wanted
Mhm.
the same experience, then again, probably this you could say the same for everyone else that showed up for Evo weekend.
It's
I
And
just
agree.
I just want to
yeah,
know what the fuck was going through their heads, thinking that this was a good
hon-
idea.
honestly, it puzzles like it bothers me to this day how badly they fucked this up.
It
And
it's
like,
it's puzzling. Like, I don't know, Justin, if you still have the video of, like, panning the arena, but, like, I do want to throw a side by side for Tyler, like, Mandolin Bay versus, like, what we were in. And
Mhm.
honestly, they even said that EVO grows every single year. So, like, I understand why they would move it to the convention center. It's much larger. But on that same note, I wish they would have just said, full transparency, guys, the arena's kind of messed up this year.
Mhm.
Not everybody's going to be able to get in there. Like, not even a close, like, like, not even a half of you probably will be able to get in there. Like, maybe a quarter, and that
Yeah.
would be
Mhm.
fine. Like, full transparency. And honestly, like, going forward, they should do something where it's like, yeah, you can travel to the stadium and be live in front of everyone, or we're gonna set up arenas with a similar experience to
Yeah.
like the actual live arena and have other goers decide to go there, and you won't have to pay extra, and you can just go there. You're going to be watching it live, streaming it live, but you're just not going to see everybody there in person. And it's like, yeah, if
Mhm.
I was going to have a watch party, I'd rather just stay at home, save the, like, almost 2 grand probably this trip was in general, like between
Mhm.
like flights and hotels and
Mhm.
eating and all that kind of stuff, save the money and just watch it at home for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's disappointing. It's really a shame that like the biggest fighting game convention that got recognition, by the way, by the state of Nevada. Sorry, I almost said Nevada. I've been on one today. Um, that got recognition from the state of Nevada to that like Evo is bigger than F1 is for Nevada and Vegas. Like it brings in more revenue, it brings in more traction than F1.
That's crazy.
And
Mhm.
they went to a shittier venue for the arena.
And it's like they probably wanted to have, like, a more seamless, like, venue than just, like, having finals dates separate from, like,
Is
the actual, like, EVO
which
convention
is
center, but it's like
where I can understand it
Mhm.
because from what it sounds like they wanted to push it
Yeah,
like more streamline it, and then them doing that, it caused a lot more problems because they
exactly.
didn't know how it was going to go.
Exactly.
They should have just
yeah.
looked at the ticket price, which they had to have people had to have bought their tickets beforehand
Mhm.
to even
Mhm.
get like the passes and all that stuff, and then adjusted based on that.
Mhm.
I mean, it's all hindsight now.
It's all hindsight, and I think and it's good
Yeah.
that they, like, took accountability to be like, "Yeah, Sunday kinda sucked." But,
At
like,
least you
they should have
recognized it.
had a plan, and, like, it
Mhm.
wasn't communicated to people, like, I saw one of my content creators I really like, Losty Girl, shout out to her,
Mhm.
she is a Mortal Kombat player, but she even posted on Twitter, like, when they announced that not everybody was gonna get into the arena for finals, she was like, "That would've been nice to hear if we weren't waiting in line for, like, literally 2 hours,"
Yeah.
which we had been at that point. That's when they tweeted
Yeah.
it, and we were like, "What is going on?" You're making announcements that the fire marshal is saying we're at capacity. People are showing on Twitter that like we're not at capacity. And then on the other hand, you're saying now not everybody might get in, but you're charging us to get into the arena for a 3-day pass.
Yeah.
So like that's built
Yeah.
into the cost somewhere. It's not just free, you know?
Right. And on top of that, like you had all of this for how many months? How many months have you guys had these tickets?
Beginning
A
of the
few
year.
months. Prob
Yeah.
since, like, April, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like
So
they've known. And like tickets went on sale like late last year, I'm sure.
yeah.
Mhm. So,
So I do want to say some good news though, Tyler, for
Okay.
you.
For me.
Yeah. I got you a Sparking Zero lanyard. Yeah.
What?
Yes. Justin literally walked by the Bandai Namco booth and he was like, "Hey, are you with a friend? Like we're getting rid of these. Like we're packing up shop." And Justin was like, "Yeah, give me two. Like I'm with with a friend." And so he has two lanyards and I am giving mine to you.
Oh my god, thank you. Can I see it or are you gonna wait for my reaction in person?
I'll wait for your reaction in person, and honestly, I don't know where it is, but
Oh,
we got
okay.
some pretty yeah. But it's somewhere it's, like, on my dresser somewhere, I think, because
Yeah.
I have my EVO lanyard, I have my Garo lanyard, and I have my 2 XKO lanyard, so I think it's, like, amongst them. We also got Hunter
mhm.
x Hunter pins, too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to see him so bad.
yeah. So I'll give you my
Oh,
Killua one.
Matt.
Okay.
Yes.
Matt.
Yes.
Oh my god. Thank you so much. I feel so
Of
special.
course.
It was like I was there.
It's yeah, it's making up for the fact that you weren't there.
Uh, so that's our EVO story.
Mhm.
Our night does not end there. So we
Oh,
get back, we meet up with Shane and our friend Carolyn, and we're just like me and Mac are like kind of upset about like well not well yeah upset like we're kind of disappointed about how our
We're bummed, we're down, for
yeah
sure.
yeah
Like,
so
having
like all right
conversations on the way home, like, "What was your EVO experience like? How would you rate it? Would you come back?" And, like, to the point where we were just both like, "Probably not." Like,
yeah,
but, after all, I would say 8 out of 10, I would definitely go back again. It's just a lot of money. It's not something that I would necessarily do every year, but I would do
mhm,
smarter the next time I went, and I would
mhm,
definitely
yeah
I'd be up to go next year if I had the money for it, you know?
yeah,
yeah so like we meet up with our friends again and we just decided to go gambling
Spend
and
a
like
little money to,
spend spend a little money we go like past 12 o'clock
and
past
mind
12
you,
o'clock
we're
like
winning, right? We're winning. Like, Justin and I won on the slots, like, we're doing well. Um, we're having a good time. We're spending a little money to, like, drown our sorrows, as the Vegas thing is. We're getting free drinks. People are actually waiting on us for once. Um, and we're all together, me, Shane, Justin, and Carolyn,
yeah
on like four slot machines, right?
yeah so
And it's
12
midnight.
a.m. It's midnight 12 a.m. Me, Matt, and Shane get a text. We look at our phones. Our flights got canceled. So, going back a couple of days before, if you remember, there was a Microsoft issue.
A little Microsoft issue
oh,
on
Yeah,
Friday.
a little Microsoft issue that affected a lot of flights.
A little hiccup, if you will.
A little hiccup. We
Yeah.
thought, oh, it's been a few days. Maybe our flight won't get affected. No, that bitch got affected. It got affected 12 a.m. We could have been sleeping and
So
missed that entire message, but we were so luckily still up.
And so
yeah,
we quickly decided, okay, let's see what our options are because we had to get out like Monday
yeah,
because we only took time off for Monday, not Tuesday. We all had to work.
right,
So I'm looking at our phones and like there's one for 6:23 in the morning, one flight for 6:23 in the morning because it rebooked us on a flight for Tuesday,
Mhm.
right? So 6:23 in the morning, Shane gets on that flight. I don't. Justin does not.
I don't
And
really
we all kind of talk about it. Shane's like, I'll just take it. And then, you guys will just stay here, whatever. I'm not thrilled about it. But I'm just refreshing my app. Magically, I get on that 6:23 in the morning flight. So I tell Justin, call United. Not shout out to United. Fuck you, United. I'm like a huge flyer with you because I have to travel for work. And United was ass on the phone. Let me just say that. Justin called, tried to see if he could get on the 6:23 flight. They said that they only had one flight out of like in the surrounding area out to Chicago, which was at LAX, and it would have been a business class flight, and it would have been an upcharge.
of a
Carolyn
thousand
lives in
dollars.
LA. Huh? How many?
Upcharge of $1,000.
Oh
oh
my
my
God.
god,
Yeah.
And Carolyn lives in LA. So she said, worst case scenario, we all drive back to LA. You get flights out of LAX on Tuesday or Monday night, and then
Mhm.
I can take you to the airport and we're good. It's a 4-hour drive, but it is what it is. And I'm like, sick. Then I don't have to
And
worry
like
about
our
it.
friend was like telling me to tell the person I'm on the phone with, United. They're like, okay, Justin, you need to tell them that because United canceled my flight, that they need to reimburse me with the hotel.
Mhm.
yeah,
Sounds right.
reasonable.
So I convey that to the person I'm talking with. Oh, I'm sorry. No, we can't do that. Are
Why
you
the
stuck at
fuck
the
not?
airport? Are you stuck at the airport? No? You're not? Are you still in your hotel room? Well, we can't reimburse you for a hotel room. Bitch, what?
We didn't inconvenience you because like you're not at the airport is pretty much what United said on the phone, which fuck
Yeah.
you.
What? You inconvenienced me by canceling my flight.
So Justin then had to like basically sleep for 2 hours because mind you, it's like 2 in the morning at this point. I sleep for
Mhm.
2 hours. Shane stays up. Justin goes to sleep for 2 hours. We go to the airport, and Justin's like, "Please,
At
United," at 4
4:38.
morning. And he's like, "Please, can you help me? Can I be on standby for this flight? My friends are literally leaving. You got them on that flight. We're supposed to all fly together today. You canceled our flight, blah, blah, blah." The woman was like, "I'm so sorry. There's like literally nothing I can do." But she was like, "I can put you up in a hotel room." So thankfully, like, he was able to do that, like, just by going to the airport, but, like, also fuck you, United, for not just letting like, just basically saying, "Yeah, we'll comp you an airport. This is what it is. It's, like, a mile away from the airport," or excuse me, "We'll comp you a hotel room. It's, like, a mile away from the airport, go there." Yada yada yada. But instead, had to make Justin then only get like 2 hours of sleep, go to the airport with us to basically bitch at United, and United was,
Mhm.
yeah, no, totally. We're gonna give you a free meal and also a hotel room. So they put him up in a hotel room, and then he ended up flying home the next day. And that's why when we were on Discord the next day, that Justin was so tired because he was not home.
Oh.
And that's why I was saying how Shane was so wonky on Tuesday because he literally did not go to sleep and he only slept like maybe 4 hours on Sunday.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It was awful.
I can't I can't even
Eh,
imagine. See, this is why I joined EVO more.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But holy shit, I feel fucking terrible for you guys.
Listen, we got home.
You
We're
got home.
here.
I mean,
Safe.
Yeah.
you guys got home.
We got home.
Mhm. We got
Yeah.
home.
Please tell me they did more than just.
Fuck no. Are you kidding? No.
No.
They gave us a free
No.
flight. They changed our flight for free, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Just
They just
inconvenience
reimbursed me with a
more.
hotel room, that's it.
And
I
they
mean,
gave
they gave
me an
me
upgraded seat technically, but that seat was old and schmoldy, and my ass hurt so bad by the time we landed. I texted Justin, I was like, "You should be happy you were not on this flight because I'm in pain."
Holy
typically, I'm not one to, like, really complain, so I probably wouldn't care, but the flight I was on had pretty nice seats. It's seeing everything in that flight seemed pretty new. I'm like, "You know what? I ain't complaining." Well, I will still complain.
I would bitch
Fuck
up a
you, United.
storm. I'd be like, I want a
Yeah.
fucking 5-star meal on this plane.
Yeah, for real. Fuck y'all.
Oh my god. Well, at least you guys got home. I feel terrible that you guys had to go through hell. Literally,
Yeah.
bad day at EVO, bad day fucking trying to get home after a horrible day at EVO. Did you guys at least like how much? I mean, know what? No, this is a topic that we'll discuss off camera
Sure.
because I feel like it's a little too personal.
Okay.
Um, but do you guys have anything else? Like anything else wacky happen?
Well, there was a there was a frog in Max's crowd, and some
Oh,
guy just
yeah.
dressed as a frog, and so
Yeah.
he would get up and everybody would start chanting frog. So that was fun. Frog, 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 frog. It was hysterical. One of
At
my
some
favorite
point
EVO things is that when anybody from the US won, you would just hear USA, USA, USA.
on Saturday, the creator of Tekken, Harada, was playing
Oh
against
my god.
a content creator named Lily Pichu, and that
Oh,
was, like,
I
one
know
of the
the
most hyped yeah, that was
And
one of the most hyped
Tyler,
shit.
Lily Pichu beat Harada at the
what?
game
Mhm.
he created. Harada grabs a mic and goes, "I hate this game."
Yeah.
That's perfect. Oh my
But
god.
closing thoughts, EVO was a lot of fun. If you are listening to this and you were planning on going to EVO, budget accordingly. It does cost a decent amount of money because you're in Vegas. Everything's pretty
Mhm.
expensive. But other than that, I would recommend enjoying yourself. You're in Vegas once. Go have some fun. Go gamble a little bit. Go to a nice restaurant.
Stay
Um,
hydrated.
stay
Look
hydrated.
into the details of where all the events are going to be held.
Yeah. Look into all the details. If it's at the convention center again, see if there's any information about what's going to go on for day 3. Because
Hmm.
day 3 was a mess. Um, If you do want to go and you want to go day 3 and it's the same setup as this past year, get there in the morning, plant your seat in the first game of the day, and you're there. Bring snacks if they allow it in.
Actually,
I don't think they checked.
I wouldn't even bring snacks because that just gives me the urge to get up and go to the bathroom.
Well,
That's true, but
then
there was
just
a bathroom in the arena.
Mm,
or you just bring bags and a bottle with you so you piss and shit in. So
there
Yeah,
you
for
go.
real. Bring
yeah.
water, bring that and, like, try to just take pee breaks accordingly and
Mhm.
don't give up your seat, unfortunately.
Um,
Um,
Hopefully they won't do this next year.
Dude,
So
honestly.
yeah.
But shout out to all of the developers that we played the games of. I loved every single one of them. If you have any questions about any of the games below, I'd be more than happy, or Justin would be more than happy to answer any questions, or we can both answer questions about any of the games that we tried out below.
we're gonna be Twitch streaming soon,
Yes. So
if
watch
we
out for that.
haven't already.
If we haven't already, yeah.
Yeah.
And if we
So,
have, we'll fix it in post.
we'll fix it in post. Um, but on that note, make sure to like, subscribe, comment your favorite part down below of this entire podcast. So share your topics of if you went to EVO, share your
Hmm.
experience. Um, follow us on social media, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. All of it is linked in the description, so it's hard to miss. Just gotta click and then boom, and then subscribe. But on that note, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Have a
Peace.
good one.